You think you're fasting your way to a longer life, but here's a terrifying possibility. The exact routine you're proud of every morning might be quietly aging you faster than the people still eating donuts at their desk. That's not clickbait, that's biochemistry. And by the end of this video, you'll spot at least 3 of these mistakes hiding in your own routine, the kind that don't show up on a scale, but show up on your cells. Here's the truth nobody sells you. Fasting is one of the most powerful longevity switches ever discovered. It flips on autophagy, a microscopic demolition crew that hunts down damaged junk proteins and devours them for fuel, clearing your cellular streets so something stronger can rise. But fasting is also a stressor, and a stressor done wrong doesn't heal you, it corrodes you, silently, like rust creeping under fresh paint, doing its damage years before you ever see a crack. So let's expose the 7 mistakes quietly accelerating your biological clock. Number 7 is the one even the experts botch, and by minute 8, you'll fast smarter than 99% of the internet. Don't skip a single one because they compound. Mistake number 1, the cortisol trap. You wake up, you skip breakfast, you slam a black coffee, and you grind. Feels disciplined, right? Here's the problem. When you fast through high-stress mornings, your body can't find glucose, so it manufactures it through a process called gluconeogenesis, driven by the stress hormone cortisol. Chronically elevated cortisol is one of the most well-documented accelerators of aging. It shrinks the hippocampus, thins your skin, and degrades collagen. A 2023 review in Frontiers in Nutrition highlighted that fasting combined with chronic psychological stress can blunt the very benefits you're chasing. Fasting on a calm morning is medicine. Fasting when your nervous system is on fire is just pouring cortisol on a slow-burning fuse. Mistake number 2. The refeeding overshoot. This is the one almost everyone gets wrong. You fast for 16 hours, autophagy is humming, and then you break it with a massive carb and sugar bomb. Imagine the cleaning crew has just finished scrubbing the city and you back a dump truck through the front gate and unload garbage everywhere. That sudden flood of glucose and amino acids doesn't just stop autophagy, it violently slams the gas on mTOR, your body's grow now switch. And here's the longevity twist most videos miss. Chronically overactivated mTOR is directly linked to accelerated aging and senescent cells, or zombie cells, accumulation. You don't want to crush mTOR forever. You need it for muscle. You want to pulse it, gently. Break your fast with protein and fiber first, not a sugar tsunami. That sugar spike also triggers a reactive insulin crash an hour later, the shaky brain fog hangry dip you blame on willpower. It's not weakness, it's a glucose roller coaster you engineered the second you broke your fast wrong. Mistake number 3, fasting like you're still 25. Here's a brutal truth. A fasting protocol that sculpts a 25-year-old can waste a 55-year-old. As we age, we develop anabolic resistance. Our muscles literally become harder of hearing when protein knocks on the door. Compress your eating into a tiny 4-hour window and you physically cannot absorb enough protein to fight sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. And muscle isn't just for looks, it's your largest glucose disposal organ and a key predictor of how long you'll live. Losing it is like quietly removing load-bearing walls from your house. Everything looks fine until the structure sags. Research consistently points to 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight to protect aging muscle. A skinny fasting window makes that nearly impossible. Anabolic resistance can be partly shouted past with a bigger leucine hit per meal. Front-loading 30 to 40 grams of protein per sitting crosses the muscle-building threshold older bodies need, something a single rushed meal can never reach. Mistake number 4. The zero-calorie lie. You think you're fasting clean because your drink says 0 calories. Here's the hidden trap. Certain artificial sweeteners can still trigger an insulin response through taste receptors and may disrupt your gut microbiome. And a landmark 2022 study in Cell showed non-nutritive sweeteners altered the gut bacteria and glucose tolerance in healthy adults. Your microbiome is a rainforest of trillions of organisms that train your immune system and regulate inflammation. Carpet bomb it daily with sucralose, and you may be aging your gut while believing you're saving calories. Your fast, safe list is shorter than you think. Water, black coffee, plain tea, electrolytes. That's the inner circle. A disrupted microbiome leaks low-grade inflammation into your bloodstream. Scientists call it inflammaging, now considered a root driver of nearly every age-related disease. Your diet soda may be quietly stoking the exact fire fasting was meant to put out. Mistake number 5, ignoring the conductor. Your body isn't a stopwatch, it's an orchestra, and the conductor is your circadian rhythm. Every organ has a clock. Your pancreas, your liver, your gut, they're all primed to handle food early. Eat your biggest meal at 10 p.m. and you force the cello section to play a solo while the rest of the orchestra is asleep. Studies on early time-restricted eating show better insulin sensitivity and blood pressure when the eating window is shifted earlier, even with identical food. Late-night eating isn't just bad timing, it's metabolic jet lag every single night, and chronic circadian disruption is now considered an independent driver of accelerated aging. Late meals also spike your core body temperature and delay melatonin, robbing you of deep restorative sleep, the single window where your brain runs its own autophagy. Eat too late and you sabotage repair on 2 fronts at once. Mistake number 6, one protocol forever. Here's a paradox. The magic of fasting is that it's a stress your body adapts to, but adaptation is also the problem. Do the exact same 16 to 8 every day for 2 years, and your body stops treating it as a meaningful signal. The hormetic spark fades. Longevity loves variability. Occasionally shorten your fast, occasionally extend it. Refeed properly some days. Your cells respond to change, not monotony. A routine that never changes is like a workout where you lift the same 5 pounds forever. Your body quietly stops listening. Think in weeks, not days. A handful of longer fasts paired with well-fed, high-protein training days creates a feast and famine rhythm your genes evolved to thrive on. Predictable comfort is exactly what your biology learns to ignore. Mistake number 7, pretending biology is the same for everyone. This is the most ignored mistake of all, especially for women. The female body has a far more sensitive HPA axis, your stress hormone command center. Aggressive, prolonged fasting can be read as a famine signal, potentially disrupting reproductive hormones and thyroid function. What's a clean 18-hour fast for one person can be a hormonal alarm bell for another. A growing body of research suggests women often thrive on gentler protocols, 12 to 14 hours, especially during certain life stages. The lesson is universal. Fasting is not a religion, it's a tool, and a tool you can't adjust is a tool that eventually breaks you. So here's the profound truth hiding under all 7 mistakes. Fasting doesn't make you younger. Recovering from fasting does. The cleanup, the gentle refeed, the protein, the sleep, the calm, that's where the anti-aging magic actually happens. The people aging in reverse aren't the ones fasting the hardest. They're the ones fasting the smartest.